All right, let's talk about hinging. Hinges are your deadlifts, your RDLs, bent over rows, anything where you are in this position, pushing those hips back, bringing the chest parallel to the ground. This is not an easy movement for a lot of people, mainly because one, our core might be weak and can't support that position and support our back, or we have really tight erector muscles, maybe down into the hamstrings and glutes. So we end up kind of curving the back, which kind of defeats the purpose of what we're doing here. So a few options to kind of get you started are going to be, one, you can grab a PVC pipe or a broomstick. I've used a ski pole as well. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring this behind your back, kind of aligning your spine. Top hand is gonna come to the base of your skull. Bottom hand is gonna come to your sacrum, right at your tailbone. And this is gonna force you to kind of push against the pole as you come into that hinge position. All right, so you want to keep contact with both hands. What happens if not, if we're kind of rounding that back, notice my top hand is coming up. So again, here, keeping contact with both hands as I drive those hips backwards. All right, very different from a squat where you're going down. This, we're going back. Next option, kind of a progression from there, is finding a wall, or here I'm using a box, and trying to reach back to tap it. All right, so again, you're focusing and teaching your body how to reach back versus down. Right here, tap, come right back up. Now, like I said, we do want to engage the core. So one way I like to do that is I bring a ball in, or anything that we can kind of squish, and I bring it right to the center of my chest, elbows out. Again, I'm gonna hinge back towards that wall or box. Then I'm gonna think about exhaling, squeezing the ball to help activate my core, help activate the top of my abs here. This is gonna help support that low back. So if you are having issues when you're doing deadlifts and you're feeling your low back kick in, typically it's because one, tightness is there, and two, the core is just not quite strong enough to support. Now, as we start to transition out of some of those modifications, I like to elevate deadlifts. So I bring a block between my feet, just like this, between the arches. So that keeps my hips aligned as well. And then grabbing a dumbbell or a kettlebell, I set that right on top. And you can set this up so you're right against the wall too. So you're still practicing that reach back, okay? Might need to scooch back a little bit more. So in that position, we reach back, we tap that wall or that box. I'm gonna pick up that dumbbell or kettlebell, squeezing those glutes up to the top. Now the glutes are gonna kind of naturally squeeze. They're gonna contract as you pull up. But keeping that back nice and flat, tapping right between the feet, okay? There's lots of variations of hinges, but that's gonna kind of set you up for success to learn how to properly hinge. Always a good idea to have it near a mirror so you can really see that back staying nice and flat, that core staying nice and tight. That's your hinge.